motion to approve the minutes for September 2, 2025.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
One abstain. And the motion carries. Consideration and possible action from Earthkeeper. The principal structure. XP numbers.
On the screen, it's code and is just the property owner does own this property that's highlighted as well as this. There are obviously improvements on this property. There is a accessory building, and as currently there is an property and what the owner. About the tree line here. Also, the ordinance does require any fence that is house and the road to be approved by that's taller than 3 feet. Columns that match the entrance. Foam brick that they'll. That will be every 24 feet. So just pull up Google Maps just to kind of show you. Will be repeated.
Up a little bit, thinned out slightly, getting rid of any dying invasive vegetation and whatnot. So, and then this line of trees will be replanted behind the fence. So there is a rendering of what the fence will look like that's in your packet. So it is an aluminum fence with the pickets at the top, and then has, if you look at the center bottom picture, says bottom of fence on the top of that picture. So it's that kind of, I think he called it a puppy gate fence, I think is what he referred to it as, kind of that double layering of the fence. And the applicant is here if there are any questions.
I mean, I think it's clear that this is obviously a high-quality fence and a great deal of money is being spent, and this, it obviously is gonna be beautiful. I noticed a note on here about the fence going onto the undeveloped property. Does that have, I mean, does that, I don't know where that falls as far as our purview and it not, that being not a combined lot.
I don't,
They can do what they want, but I don't know where that lands.
sure, I don't think that there's any reason why they can't. A fence is defined as a structure, but it's not an accessory building, which would also require a principal structure to be present. So I didn't see anything in the code that would prohibit them from extending that onto that property, so.
I don't have any problems with it either. I think it's pretty. I was more just curious outcome for aesthetics or. But I still think it's pretty. I was more just wondering how come.
He's had people drive around,
Got it. Okay, that's what, okay.
because his house is so far back.
Got it. Okay.
But there's,
You know, sir, if you'd like to speak, if you can talk to the microphone, please. And please state your name and your.
David Crocher, 1287 Lily Road, Oconomowoc. What were we talking about?
Whatever you were saying one more change, and then I.
Yeah, there's one more change, that the trees that are on the south side of the driveway, by the power lines, we're gonna remove all those up to the telephone pole, because by the time we take the ones down, to make room for the existing pine trees, there's not much left, so we're gonna plant more trees behind the fence. Then clean that area up on the right, so it's trees there.
Like this area.
What are those species that are there?
Cottonwood. Those are all cottonwood trees. And the whole front section is dead because the power company sprayed them to kill them off because they're under the power lines.
And what will you replace them with?
We're gonna replace them with pine trees behind the fence,
Okay.
similar to what's on the front side of the gate, those large Norway spruce. Now I haven't talked to him about this yet, and I'm sure he'll be fine, but I want to plant more trees then behind the fence in front of the pine trees. The other thing is too, that's not faux brick, that's actual brick.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I couldn't remember what you had said
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
And the gate and the fence is going to match the gates. The gates have the shorter puppy picket, and then they have the four-sided spear on top and on top of the puppy picket. Everything's gonna match. It's got the circles in the gate. That's gonna be in the fence as well.
So there's the picture of that in your packet.
And it's the industrial grade fence, so the pickets are a little bit larger than the standard fence you see around pools. It's heavier duty. So it matches the gate more.
So we looking for a motion? Okay, I motion to approve of the construction of a fence located between the road right-of-way and the nearest portion of the principal structure at W284 and 4160 North Shore Drive, tax key DELT 0724076.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And then the next item for consideration, excuse me, is consideration and possible action on a request from Chris Lieber, agent, on behalf of the Pewaukee Yacht Club and Pewaukee Lake Sailing School owners for approval of a certified survey map on the property located at N22 W280 Edgewater Drive and W2820 Edgewater Drive, tax key number DELT 0813.997 and 0772.0.
So the application is for a certified survey map to combine the Pewaukee Yacht Club property, which is highlighted in yellow here, and the property adjacent to it, which was a gift to the sailing school. The house will be removed, and that development, as you have heard before back in June, is the properties are going to be redeveloped with a new school and a new yacht club building. So the purpose of the CSM is to combine these two properties into one single lot of record. And then a condominium plat has been prepared that the CSM is being used essentially to have a clean legal description for the condominium plat, which will then help with the ownership and use agreements between the sailing school and the yacht club. So that is the sole purpose of that certified survey map. There was some very few minor comments that the engineer and I both had, and they've already submitted a revised CSM that complies with all of those comments. And I can pull that up. One was clarifying a note. They had a second duplicative note and adding a word from the surveyor. So everything looks good on the CSM and would be ready to move forward without any further changes. And then the condo plat, which is not on the agenda, but I just thought I would show it to you up here if you had questions. This also has been approved by the town engineer, myself, and Waukesha County as well. So they're ready to move forward to record those, and they have a obligation with their conditional use, I believe, to record the CSM by the end of the year. It's part of their development approvals for the conditional use.
Does the applicant have anything they want to add, since you're here?
Kathy Greencrantz, North 20.
Just wait till you get to the microphone.
Sorry for council. Chairman. I forget where I am. Kathy Gudenkotz, North 20 West 29668 East Glen Cove Road. I'm here as a volunteer of the Yacht Club this evening, although I am a lawyer. and I appreciate Ms. Lato brought up the condo plat. Rebecca, could you bring that up again? One of our neighbors is here this evening. I did not understand this, but his attorney, Tim Andringa, has been copied on all of Jason Fruth's emails, at least the ones that I recall seeing. Since I'm not the attorney of record, I quite frankly don't have them all memorized. But apparently were not aware that the CUP required a certified survey map as well as a condo plat. And just for the record, the condo plat the CUP and condo plat are required as part of the conditional use permit for the Pewaukee Yacht Club. It's condition 34E. And for the sailing school, it is condition 26C. And these are the conditional use permits issued by the county by Jason Fruth on September 11, 2025. I spoke with a neighbor in the hallway. His concern was that we were trying to, I think, pull a fast one. We're not. As Rebecca has shown on the screen tonight, there will still be 2 units, 2 lots, if I may. The yacht will be Unit 1, which will have its own tax key and own assessment. And Unit 2 is the existing sailing school, or we call it the Norris House because Coleman Norris was kind enough to buy it for the sailing school in '06. That house will remain as is gone, but it'll remain its individual lot, but it'll be treated as a unit, not as a lot. And at one of the other requirements of the CUP is that 50 feet of that property, 50 feet of 100, is going to be remaining as a landscape buffer hopefully so the neighbor doesn't have to look at anything. So no one's pulling a fast one. This is exactly what the CUP issued by the county requires, and I think Ms. Lato can confirm that. There will be 2 units when we're done. We'll record the certified survey map once it's signed by all the extraterritorial people in the county. Jason Fruth has approved it, and once that is done, we will then record the condo plat, hopefully in sequential order so they follow one after the other. Any questions from the Plan Commission I can help with?
In terms of of moving forward, if your comments are that you needed to be inclusive of, the final CSM would be inclusive of your comments or the town planner, and
It's all done.
Has been updated since you've already done that?
Correct.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, what you
Yes.
just mentioned, so there may not be additional final comments, so right, you already did take a look and took
That's
the
correct.
made
Yeah,
a few
there
notes.
there
So
are
just
no final,
of the ones that you've already made.
yes.
All the comments by the town as well as the county have already been incorporated to the new certified survey map, which you have here this evening. We've done all our homework ahead of time.
Yep, so the CSM in your packet has a different date because when they submit an application, they're going to submit the CSM that they have at the time. Then I provide comments, and if we get the engineer's comments in times, we'll give those. If the surveyor can make the changes, they'll provide a revised copy either before the meeting, hopefully, which in this case they did. So the one that's in your packet has a September 12th date. This final one is dated October 2nd. So if you wanted to, if you were inclined to make a motion for approval and want to include that date in there, you certainly could. But the October 2nd one would be the one that's moving forward to the town board with no additional comments.
And we had
changes
SEH
needing
actually
to be
hand
made.
deliver it. I'm sorry, Rebecca. We had SEH hand deliver it, so she had the fresh copy for this evening's meeting.
No, but do we,
I will. I'm
Okay.
just letting her finish.
no, thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
And sir, do you wish to? Okay, all right. On this issue?
No, I think this is what we knew this was coming, so I'm good with it. Thanks for giving the updates. So I will motion to approve the certified survey map at N22W28080 Edgewater Drive and N22W28204 Edgewater Drive, with subject actually to the notes, which were more inclusive of the date of 10/2/2025. And tax key, here. Back here, would be DELT 0813.997 and 0772.027.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, further discussion?
Nope.
And then the next planning commission meeting is November 4th, 2025. Motion regarding adjournment.
I motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Thank you for coming.